Hello, my name is Ilona and it is May 2024. So today I'm going to do a month reading for May. And of course I've shuffled the cards in my Dutch video. So if you want to see that, you can of course watch the Dutch video. I've got the cards in front of me and it's going to be an interesting month. And especially with these cards, the first three cards are the energies of this month of May. And it's just flying by time. We've got the Three of Swords, we've got the Queen of Cups, and we've got the Tower card. Well, the Tower is really showing people falling to their doom, so to speak. But this is really about foundations completely collapsing, things that are just not true and authentic anymore falling apart. So I do believe May is going to be quite a hectic, heavy month. We're going to see a lot of narratives falling apart. I think there's going to be a lot of fear with the Queen of Cups. There's going to be more connection as well, but also more fear, more emotional, especially with old pains coming up. The Three of Swords, so that's very old pain, manipulations. I think we're going to see more and more of that in the month of May. It's going to be very hectic. That doesn't mean obviously that the thing that everyone is kind of waiting for in this community is going to happen. I leave it at that because I don't want to mention any dates or, oh, it's going to happen this month, because we've been hearing this for, well, I've been reading about this for at least 2-3 years that it's going to happen. I've seen a lot of dates passing by, coming and going, and it hasn't happened yet. Don't focus on that. I believe it is event driven, and I do believe in May some very hectic events are going to happen that will keep things moving in a certain direction. I think we are really in a very tough time period now, and it can be very fearful. There's a lot of emotional, confusion, feeling unsafe, what's going on. And I think this month is really there are going to be some major things happening. But like I said, I'm not going to talk about, the event everyone is waiting for. For feeling that's going to take a little longer, but we'll just have to wait and see. Don't put your life on hold waiting for that event. Live your life, balance your energy, do your part. Very important. Stand in your own energy. Then you don't have to worry about a thing. But this is going to be a very heavy, emotional, hectic month. It's going to be quite shocking, I think. So certain things that are going to come out or happen. Then we have the challenges. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Swords. And this is really, it's going to be a challenge for people to move along with these changes that are happening. And a lot of people, they want to fight it. They are not happy with the things given to them. They don't see this as opportunities to wake up or to see things differently. They feel attacked. They feel like they're unsafe. Things are happening. So it's going to get very, it's starting to boil over, I think, for a lot of people that don't understand what is going on. With the Wheel of Fortune, they want to stop all these events. They want to return back to what was. They have this tendency of holding on, fighting change. And I think it's going to be a very tough month for those people, because really the challenge is to move along with it, to move along and understand that better times are ahead, and we need to go through this. We need to, just push through this, what's happening. Really stay stable, stay as strong as possible, take the opportunities to learn, to grow, and to flow, very important, and choose your battles wisely. So see where you want to focus your energies on, see where you really want to, it's so important. Where you focus on is really what you're going to manifest, is what you attract and create. So, there's so much confusion now. We have confusion going on now. I keep saying, but there's so much confusion going on now. The white hats are doing a lot of things to wake up people. The dark energies want to create lower frequencies. So don't get caught into that. Don't focus on that too much. Focus on what it does to you. There are some things that still are being triggered. Work on that. And then really move along. Choose your battles wisely. And move along with what is happening. And that things are really changing. It's going to be a big challenge for people in the month of May. Then we have the advice. We have the Queen of Swords, we've got the Six of Wands, and we have the Lover's card. So really the advice is to choose from your heart. Believe that we are really winning, that this is really a victory. It's so important. Hope, trust, gratitude. These are all very high energy, it raises your energy, very high frequency to feel those things. So focus on that. Focus on trusting that it's going to be all right. Hoping that, have hope, because it's so important. They try to keep us in a low frequencies. They try to, lower our frequencies. Don't let that happen. So focus on that this is going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We are connected with God. We are connected with our soul, with our intuition. We are going to be fine. And use your discernment. The advice is really to see what fits with you, what really resonates with you. And some things will come out, will, first of all, most likely be completely ridiculous, but don't get caught into it as well. There's so much going on now. It's really collapsing. So I do believe in May there are going to be some shocking things happening. But it's really about discernment, following your own path, and knowing truly that it's going to be all right. And I think that is the most important thing that we focus on. Hope, on trust, and that we know it's going to be all right. If you still have some, fear about that, deal with that, work through that, feel through that. Embrace it as well. Don't push it away. Don't avoid it, or like, I only have to think positively, or I can't focus on that. By feeling through it, you let go of it, and then it won't be in your energy anymore, and you won't have to worry about it at all. And you will start creating different experiences. Now, the end of May, we've got the Fool, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Pentacles. So I do believe new energy is coming in. The Fool is like a new beginning. That doesn't mean that everything has already happened, but new energies are coming in. And I think we're going to see things changing and turning, I believe, for better. But of course, again, we are still in this chess game, so it can seem very confusing. Again, trust your intuition on this. But the Fool is new energies is coming in. The Knight of Pentacles is the knight that's standing still, but he's really very patient. He's following a plan. He looks at what needs to be done. You see the ground in the background. What am I going to do with it? What am I going to plan there? And then he gets going. But once the Knight of Pentacles gets going, doesn't stop. So I do believe it's all part of the plan. As I see it as the Whitehead plan. But again, see what resonates with you. Things are changing, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. So all the energies are trying to hold on to what they've got, and that's going to be very tough for them because it's falling apart. So we can really see some very strange things happening. And I think at the end of the month, I think that they're still trying to hold on, but it is collapsing on them. The new energies is coming in. Another plan is being followed. But we're still going to see them trying to hold on to what they've got. I think that's very interesting. Something I want to mention, I mentioned in my Dutch video, there were some questions about people that apparently were leaving the Netherlands somewhere else because they believe that everything will be pushed through here in the Netherlands, the digital wallet and things like that. And I'm sure other people in other countries may feel the same way about that. I believe that if you're leaving a certain country because you're fearful that it's all going to be pushed through because you believe that the dark energies are still in control, well, then they control everything. So if that is your way of thinking, then it doesn't really matter where you're going to be because they're going to find you anyway. Because if you think it's just going to be the Netherlands or just Germany or another country, that's not how the dark energies work. And let's face it, they've been manipulating us on a massive scale for centuries. So that's my perspective. If they really still had that control, they would have kept us indoors by now. We would have had a mandatory sting by now. We would have had already that digital currency and things that connected to it. I believe it would have already been pushed through. So I don't see that happening, but really if people are moving away from certain areas because they think, well, it's going to be pushed through, that means that the dark energies have full control, at least of that country. And if they have it of this country, they're going to have it of all these other countries as well, because really they had full control. If you looked at what they've done and how they've manipulated, they have been in control. So it would be very strange if suddenly, if you would go to a part of the world, it may take some time, but they'll catch up with you then, one way or the other. It's not like they're going to leave a piece of land and like, oh yeah, people can do whatever they want there. We're not going to be worried. They want full control. And that means everybody on this world. I don't view it like that. That's not my perspective. I do believe that the narrative is falling apart. Like I've mentioned, if they really had that control, they would have pushed through with what has happened the past 4 years. They really would have kept us indoor. It would have been a disaster. They had other plans for us. They were actually wanted to have someone else win 2016 in the USA, obviously. And she was supposed to create a third world war already. So it completely messed up their timeline, and I do believe that the Whiteheads are in a way more and more in control. Doesn't mean they control everything, but they are taking over the narrative. They are now in control of the plan. At least that's how I see it. The chess game that is happening to wake up as many people as possible, at least give people the opportunity to wake up, because ultimately that is a choice we all have to make. So that's how I see things. If you feel right now, because I do have people also in consultations, readings, that feel like they want to go to a different country because the energy fits them better, follow that, because it's true. If you sense that all along that you're better suited or have more growth or maybe some things to learn in another area or another country, then you should follow that. But if you really are moving away somewhere from fear because you're afraid or scared, that's usually not the right energy, at least in my opinion, to move somewhere. But if you feel like this feels like I need to go there, maybe there's some things I need to do there, or the energy will be better for me, follow that. I'm all for it, because there are people that are more suited in different areas of the world. So I want to leave it at this and hope to see you in another video. Bye.